Beleza, pessoal, bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de Tales of Vesperia. Lembrando que essa é a versão de PlayStation 4, mas também tem para Xbox 360, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch e PC. E vamos de mais sketch.
It seems that the Union is still in disarray.
They relied on the Dawn for too much. They're probably scared without the guy who used to decide everything for them.
I think I know how they feel. Constantly worrying whether or not you're about to make some big mistake.
Well, I can't understand being so afraid of messing up that you can't decide anything.
Wow, I agree with you for once.
The Union has to do a lot of thinking for themselves now that they're without the Dawn.
Isn't that how it should be?
Absolutely.
Why did Yuri fall at Zod anyway?
The core was falling, so I couldn't see very well. Did he slip?
Oh dear, what a clumsy lad.
He wouldn't be able to do much about Alexei.
It was pretty hot, so maybe he just wanted to take a refreshing dip.
Returning to the embrace of Mother Ocean? That's not like the boy at all.
Still, imagining it makes me want to crack up a bit.
Ok, pessoal, vamos continuar esse detonado maravilhoso. Certo. Eu sei pra onde que eu tenho que ir, mas eu não sei por que eu vou pra lá. Mas enfim, temos que continuar pra salvar o mundo, né? Pegar aqui a montaria voadora. Vai, cadê? Vem. Vamos pra... Deixa eu abrir aqui o mapa. Pra cá, ó. Eu deixo o mapa aberto pra facilitar. Eu vi na internet, né? O próximo destino é aqui, ó. Nessas fumaças aqui. Ah, eu acho que é o side quest. Você tá falando com o baú? Estou. A gente só estava lembrando de quando se conheceu. Quer me contar? Há muito tempo o baú vivia no topo do Monte Tensa. Todo mundo na cidade tinha medo dele, achava que era um monstro gigante, feroz. Mas eu falei com ele e com o tempo a gente criou uma amizade. Quantos anos você tinha? Não me lembro, mas acho que eu era bem nova. Dali em diante a gente começou a viajar junto. Meu pai foi também. Foi? Ele era apaixonado por Blachas. Acho que eu cresci muito influenciado por ele. Pouco depois começou a Grande Guerra. Eu cheguei perto de virar estatística, mas o baú me salvou. Você lutou na batalha? Lutei. Outros critianos me levaram para Miorzo por um tempo, mas eu voltei para a superfície. Aí eu resolvi viajar pelo planeta com o baú, para destruir todas as Blachas de Hermes e livrar o mundo dos efeitos negativos. Entendo. Então o baú salvou sua vida. Salvou. Agora eu acho que entendo bem melhor a conexão entre vocês. Obrigado por me contar. Papai.
You sure do like walking around outdoors.
Who are you talking to?
Just myself.
Going senile now, huh?
We've just been wandering around outside for quite a while now.
It might be a nice change of pace sometimes to collect materials for synthesis.
And we have Baul, too. We could use him to fly around and collect them a lot faster.
You're saying we should get help from Baul?
Yeah, I think that Baul probably wants to help all of us with what we're doing.
Of course, it's your call whether to collect materials for synthesis or just wander around.
Seriously, who are you talking to?
Ok, pessoal. Eu vou procurar aquela nave voadora ali. Uma cidade voadora, na verdade, né? Vamos lá atrás dela. Cadê você? Aqui. Lar dos Critianos. Oh, meu Deus. Como que eu subo agora? Tá, vamos procurar uma costa. Não tenho tempo. Por isso. Eu não acho uma costa pra atracar. Eu consigo atracar aqui não, né? Não. Aqui só tem falésias. Acho que o nome disso é falésias. mas não tenho certeza. Ali, uma praia. Podia o bicho pegar nós lá, né? Mas enfim. Aí, agora aqui em terra ele pega. E ele pega o barco. Vai entender. Tá. Cadê a nave voadora? A cidade voadora, aliás. Vamos lá na cidade voadora, vamos ver se conseguimos continuar. Espera aí, eu vou tirar aqui. Entrar. Ah, tem que ter a opção entrar, não é descer. Ok. Ah, tem que subir essa rampa aqui primeiro. As cidades são bonitas. Não vou dizer que não são bonitas, são. Só que são muito limitadas. São poucos lugares que dá pra entrar. Enfim. Isso que me irritam um pouquinho. Mas são bonitas, não deixa de ser bonita.
Greetings, Elder. What were you grumbling about?
Oh, you've returned. Look what I found when I was cleaning my dresser.
You had a sword in your dresser?
Hey, but this is...
This isn't just any old sword. It looks kinda like, you know.
You know what?
She means Dane Nomos, right?
Just what kind of sword is this?
I was hoping you would ask. If memory serves, it is one of the 7 fell arms of legend.
You mean the weapon spawned by the 14-headed monster from the fairy tales?
I don't know how the story is told below, but here the legend is as follows. At the height of the ancient Blastia civilization, an attempt was made to produce special weapons. Eventually, this led to the creation of armaments of untold power. 7 in total.
So these weapons are a legacy of the ancients. Well, Dane Nomos is real. Maybe this story is too.
Is Dane Nomos one of these fell arms then?
I'd say it's possible if what the Elder said is true.
But if this really is one of the fell arms, why was it in your dresser, Elder?
I can't remember for the life of me. It's been decades since I've cleaned this thing out.
You haven't cleaned out your dresser in decades? I don't know what to say.
If these weapons are really as powerful as they sound, it might be a good idea for us to get a hold of them before they fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, there've been quite a few sets of wrong hands out there lately, too.
Might we take this with us, Elder?
Huh? Oh, fine by me.
You're giving it to us just like that?
To tell the truth, I'm glad it turned up, but I'd been wondering what I'd do with it. I've got no real use for it. Besides, it would be a shame to just leave something like this lying around. I figure you are just the ones to put it to proper use.
Do you know anything about the other fell arms?
Let me see here. According to the legend, the 7 weapons share a common bond. If this is truly one of the fell arms, it may react if brought near the others.
So as long as we have one, any of the others should react to it somehow?
If the legends speak true.
Okay, got it. Thanks again, Elder. We'll take it off your hands.
Ok, pessoal. Ganhando mais uma arma lendária. É meio que cópia do Final Fantasy, né? Final Fantasy começou com esse negócio de armas lendárias. Se eu não me engano, foi no Final Fantasy V. Essa história de armas lendárias. E aqui, obviamente, o Final Fantasy é um JRPG padrão, né? Aqui não foi diferente. Ah, tem que ir para as geleiras cortantes. É verdade. Agora eu lembrei. Ok, pessoal, as geleiras cortantes, é isso mesmo. É lá em cima. Eu fico agoniado, eu quero abrir o mapa aqui, ó. O mapa Mundi. Eu fico Vendo assim, faltando um pedaço. Mas enfim. Se eu tivesse em offline, eu ia ficar andando aqui até abrir todo o mapa. Mas como eu estou gravando, para não perder o tempo de vídeo, eu vou... Será que ele não pousa aqui nas geleiras? Deixa eu ver. É, não pousa. Tem que ser aqui. Não tem problema não, é perto. Qualquer coisa, eu vou batalhando aqui também. Ok. Vamos tentando desviar aqui, na medida do possível. Certo, pessoal. Eu nunca sei o caminho aqui. Certo. Geleira cortantes, entrar. Ah, então é aqui mesmo. Deixa eu aproveitar. Como quase não tem nunca usar essas barracas aqui. É só no mapa mundi, né? Então vou aproveitar e usar uma aqui. E vou salvar e continuar aqui por dentro da dungeon, né? Vídeo 64. Vamos que vamos. Tá acabando, tá acabando.
It's freezing. Think there's a cabin or something where we can get out of the cold?
I don't think anyone would build a cabin on top of a sheet of ice.
If we just had some fire. Oh yeah, Rita, use your magic to give us some fire, would you?
What am I, a walking matchbox? And besides, using it on you would be a waste of air.
What's the big deal? Weren't you just using it over and over again just a little while ago?
That was to defeat enemies. What would you want me to set on fire anyway? You've got a pretty muscular body.
Huh? Well, I mean, with the guilds and the knights and all, it's a lot of work.
Doesn't look like there's enough fat to burn very well.
That's too bad.
Huh? Hey!
Ok, pessoal, peço desculpa aí quando eu vi o negócio, eu achei que era o controle que tava sem bateria, né, que tava acabando a bateria do controle, mas não, aparentemente é o... Perdi o contato com o servidor, sei lá. Não é pra cá não. E aí eu fiquei procurando o cabo da bateria e nem li a mensagem. Depois que eu vi que não tinha nada a ver. Vai, pra onde que eu vou? Por baixo aqui? Não.
Huh? Are you catching a cold, Estelle?
No, it's just... I've been so cold ever since I saw Rita use that water magic of hers.
That's terrible. Are you sure you're okay? Achoo!
Now it's both of you? You should just tell Rita to stop using that kind of magic.
I can hear Rita already. I'll decide what type of magic I use, thank you very much.
Oh, come on. If we tell her that we might be coming down with colds, I'm sure she'll...
What's that? Something about me? Achoo!
Hey, you catch a cold too?
Maybe someone's talking about me behind my back.
That's Rita for you.
Certo, pessoal. Agora eu fiquei cafuso. Aqui eu saio da dungeon, né? Volto pro mapa mundi. Será que tem outra entrada? Aqui em cima não é. Não tem. Pra baixo aqui também não. Eu acho que é outra entrada, guys. Ó, pra aqui também não. Eita! Eu vou testar aqui. Não é, não. Deve ter uma outra entrada aqui, nessas geleiras. Essa aqui não dá em lugar algum. Ó. Não tem como ir pra lá. Vou ter que sair aqui. Deixa eu ver. Cara, muito estranho. Deixa eu ver se eu... Cara, mas era pra ser ali. Aí tem inimigos, obviamente, né? Ok, pessoal. Eu acho que tem como chegar lá pelo outro caminho. É isso. Deixa eu chamar aqui, ó. Ok, rapidamente. Cadê a minha nave? Minha nave, vem. Certo, pessoal. Deixa eu ver quanto que aparece aqui a minha nave pra me resgatar. Não vem aqui. Tentando dar uma miguela aqui nos inimigos. Nada aqui. Deixa eu ver se ela vem aqui. Não vem. Ok, pessoal. Eu só quero sair daqui, Senhor. Dai-me a santa paciência. Eu não consigo. Ah, eu tava apertando o botão errado. Acho que já dava pra sair, mas enfim. É pro outro lado, guys. Não é desse lado aqui, ó. No mapa. No minimapa ali, ó. É do outro lado das montanhas. Pra esse lado aqui, ó. Posso descer aqui? Aqui eu posso descer? Nas geleiras. Nas geleiras não. Aí eu entro por esse lado aqui, ó. Tá, só na campina aqui, né? Entendi. E inimigos. Ok, deixa eu... Aqui eu não posso pensar muito não. Tem que dar o pinote. Só acompanhar pelo minimapa ali, ó. Eu vim pelo outro lado. Eu vou usar uma barraca novamente. E vou salvar novamente também. Ok.
Oh, it's cold, cold, cold. So cold, 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 cold.
So, what are you gonna do with the air crane?
I'm gonna use the energy to make an air converter.
An air converter?
My plan is to efficiently convert the air into matter, decreasing the overall amount of air. But for that, it's ideal to have the converter use energy similar to both air and matter.
How is that energy different from air?
Elementally separated air transitions into matter in stages and eventually becomes stable. I'm going to stop its transition between the two states and develop a converter formula.
So it won't be air or matter?
It's a state that's closer to matter than to air, but it's still not quite matter. We call it mana.
Mana.
To think that one short utterance could hold more gravity than the light used to lure fish out of the frigid sea at night.
It actually has a really long, complicated name, but mana's good enough. But it'll still be less stable than actual matter, so we'll need something to act as a core.
The Epitheia.
And a lot of air and Estelle's power to recombine the formula.
Using my power without the control formula will unbalance the air. It'll just flood out again.
But we can't just sit here and ignore that thing. And...
Yeah?
It's a bet I'm willing to take.
I guess I should be the one trying to stop you, but I'm game to get in on this bet too.
I'll wager 1 billion gold on that.
The theory is correct. It'll be okay.
I'll return this 1 billion gold to you many times over.
Oh, truly now?
Yep. Come on, let's head to the air crane.
Certo, pessoal, estamos do outro lado aqui. Vamos vir pra cá. Eita! Certo, pessoal, vamos continuar descendo aqui. Tentar dar miguela.
I tell you, thinking of a converter for air. You're quite the thinker. That's our genius mage girl Rita. Yep.
Well, I had a hint to go off of.
Come to think of it, you did say you'd investigated Zod, didn't you?
Despite its amazing size, it wasn't running off of air. Even though it was a barrier Blastia to protect the entire world.
A barrier Blastia? Oh yeah, they were protecting the world from the Autophagos.
You mean to say it's been there for a millennium? It's as dogged as a philosophizing anemone.
Same goes for the Autophagos. It's been clinging to that barrier for just as long.
Alexei seemed to believe Zod was a weapon, but he couldn't have been more mistaken.
But the runaway air was the cause for the Autophagos' awakening, wasn't it? Ah, so that's why they would use a barrier running on power other than air.
But then, what sort of power was it using?
The children of the full moon, perhaps?
It was actually energy taken straight from them. Inside that giant core, it continued to power Zod as a virtually perpetual formula. Most likely, the energy was taken in exchange for their lives.
The light of life was extinguished from the children of the full moon.
So that's what Miorso's legend meant.
According to Duke, they did it of their own free will. They wanted to save the world.
The love the children of the full moon bore for this world is what created the barrier.
The power of love. Makes you want to cry.
They sacrificed themselves for the world. The children of the full moon were protecting us the entire time.
Ok, pessoal, vamos continuar descendo aqui. Para ajudar a Rita, né, nas suas pesquisas. Antes de checar, eu vou salvar aqui. Só para garantir. Vai que quando eu vou checar o negócio vem um boss aí, né? Então, mais é para garantir mesmo.
That monster's not gonna show up again, right?
If it does, you'll beat it up for us just like the last time, right?
You're mean.
Okay, I'm ready. Estelle, come over here. Now, I'll release the control formula. Once I do that, the air Krene will react to you and produce more air. I want you to recompose the air formula into a stable formula closer to mana.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Okay. The water element is strong here, so imagine flowing water and let your body flow with the air. The theory behind materializing air is the same as performing magic. If Estelle can recompose the air into a state close to mana, then I should be able to guide the air into the Cyanoceal.
Can we do anything?
No. Go take a nap or something.
We'd freeze to death if we took a nap here.
We're pretty handy, you know. We can cook or fish or anything you want. Just tell us what to do.
I wouldn't say anything.
We can use the conversion formula we found in Zaude.
That was for substituting life for air. Your life! You can't do that!
But if this fails, then we'll all be swallowed up by a flood of air. We'll be dead anyway, right?
We're all risking our lives. Let us help.
All right. I'll use your life energy to guide the air into the Cyanoceal. If we do that, I think Estelle will understand the flow of the air without interference from me.
All right, everyone. Let's do this.
Sure. Why not?
Ready, Estelle? Here we go. Everyone, come over here.
Go ahead.
Try and synchronize yourself with my formula. There, that's good.
O que é isso? Confirmar regras. Ar conduzido por Rita fluirá da esquerda para a direita, na linha superior em cores. Pressione o botão corresponder à cor do ar. Na hora quando souber se sobrepuser ao campo de externo representado por marcação azul para constituir. Ixi. Se o botão não for pressionado na hora certa, o ar vai zerar, então cuidado. A barra da direita apresenta quantidade de mana coletada. Colete quantidade específica para finalizar o jogo. Confirmar. X. Ué, X. Ah, é tipo de ritmo. Eu sou péssimo nesses... Mas tá bem fácil, né? Esses jogos de ritmo aqui. No caso, um minigame aqui, né? Deixei passar. Mas tá bem tranquilo, né? Obviamente. Ah, foi de boas.
The air is collecting in the cyanocell.
The formula is working. The force field is stable. It's gonna be okay.
What happened?
Did it not work?
No, it's still under control, but what is this? A formula for reshaping the Apatheia? It's reformulating itself.
That voice. Bellius?
Judith? Yes, it is I, Bellius. Or rather, I was once Bellius, but no more.
What's going on here?
Could the will of Bellius trapped in the Apatheia have... Amazing.
I feel the waters of the world at my command. I am the ruler of the waters.
Okay, so did it work?
It's gone way beyond working. I never thought it would gain a will of its own.
Nature's mysteries will forever transcend the limited scope of our imagination.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on this one.
Humans? What creature am I? Though no longer Bellius the Intellicheia, you have granted life to me. I ask that you give me a name.
A being that controls the essence of a material. Maybe you're a spirit.
And so my name shall be...
The Splishy Splashy Watercolor Queen!
An ancient word for the ruler of the waters. How about Undine?
Undine. Henceforth, I shall be known as the Spirit Undine. Ah, I feel the power swell within me. Such is the benefit of the air which you saw fit to gather for me.
It wasn't any cakewalk either.
Receive this now as token of my thanks.
Undine, we need to get the world's air under control. Please, lend us your power.
Very well. However, my powers alone will be insufficient.
Huh?
I control only the waters. You must gather those who rule the other elements as well.
The elements of earth, water, wind, and fire. We need at least 3 more.
We'll need help from the other Entelikeia, won't we?
Aye.
There are very few Intelikeia left. Pharaoh, Gusios.
And Baul.
Not Baul. He hasn't taken in enough air to create an Apatheia. And on top of that, I won't allow it.
Undine, do you have any ideas?
The shining forest of Arialumen and Reloise, the root of the world. Your friend Baul should know the location of these places.
She disappeared.
No, she is here. I feel her.
It seems like the air Krene has quieted down too. even though we're not controlling Estelle's power.
Really? So, Undine is controlling Estelle's power?
You mean Estelle is really free?
Yes. Yes!
That's great, Estelle.
Well, things are sure taking a turn for the strange.
Yeah, I never would have dreamed any of this would happen. But we finally see the light at the end.
It's a pinprick, but as welcome as the rays of sun that pierce into the ocean's depths.
Rita, you look happy.
So do you, Yuri.
There's no longer anything shackling Estelle. She can use her power without causing any harm to herself or unbalancing the air. So yeah, I'm happy.
Estelle's really free!
There's no guarantee she won't overdo things again, though.
We'll just watch her closely. If we don't, she might go back to healing people till she keels over.
Ok, pessoal. O vídeo já deu um tamanho bom. Vejo vocês no próximo vídeo. Falou e fui!